Hi, I'm Carol Madden with EstateSalesNews.com, and I'm here in Jackson, Missouri today at the offices of EstateSalesNet, and I'm sitting with Micky McQuade, the co-founder of EstateSalesNet, along with his dad, Dan McQuade, and we're going to be talking about the company. So Micky, I'd like to start off by saying you had a very successful estate sales conference in 2013, the first one ever in St. Louis, and I wondered what your plans were for 2014.
It's a great question. We had a lot of good feedback about that conference. It was the first one ever, and we had, I think, between 100 and 200 companies represented there, and probably the most asked question we've received after the conference was, well, are you going to do it again? And so we are going to do it again. And we're in the planning stages right now still. We're kind of finalizing the contracts and all that kind of stuff. But I believe it's either going to be in Memphis or St. Louis in February, March 2014.
Okay.
Yep.
Tell me about what type of topics you're thinking of for the 2014 conference.
So some of the feedback we got from the first conference was, hey, we want to take back specific tips with us. And I think one of the things that we didn't cover in the first conference that we really plan on hitting in the second one is sales techniques and how to, close, when you're talking to a client, and how the best way for you to convince them to hire you as a company. Okay. So that's one of the major ones. We'll, of course, cover social media. That seems to be catching on these days. I don't know,
Yes. Absolutely.
So.
How many people visit your site on a monthly basis, and what changes have you seen in your traffic?
Okay. In the last 30 days, so we kind of look at it every month or so, and in the last 30 days, we've had about 1.2 million visitors to the site.
Impressive.
So, yep. Last year around this time, I think it was just under 1 million, so it's definitely, growing significantly. But probably one of the biggest changes I've seen is in mobile traffic. So, those are visitors to the site, but in actual mobile traffic, whether that's on a phone or a tablet,
okay.
2 years ago, I think it was like 11%. 10 or 11% of our traffic was coming from a mobile device. Mm-hmm. Today, that's 35%. So
that's a significant increase.
So when a third or more of your visitors are coming to the site on a smaller device, you have to show your website in a way that works well for them. Okay. And so that's one of the things that we're getting into now is changing up the site with something called a responsive design.
Okay.
And that's basically where when you come to the website, no matter what type of device you're using, whether it's a small phone or a huge iMac or whatever, that the site looks nice. And so.
Excellent. Tell me about how many estate sales and companies are listed right now on EstateSalesNet.
Okay. We have, let's see, I believe we're around 3,000 active companies. I think there's around 5,000 companies on the site, but 3,000 of them are active on a monthly basis, adding sales, that kind of thing. And then I think in the last 30 days we had about 5,000 actual estate sales listed on the site.
It's a lot of traffic.
It's a lot of traffic. I think over the last year we've had around 50,000, 55,000 sales on the site. So it's a lot.
How many people do you have working here at EstateSalesNet with you right now?
There's actually, right now, I think there's 21 of us total, counting me and my dad, and there's several of us for customer support. It's pretty evenly divided. We have a team for customer support, and then we have a team of programmers. So, and then some marketing and graphic design thrown in there too.
And I understand you have something unusual with customer support. You have 7-day week support.
Right. So we have usually 2 or 3 people here from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. And so we try to...
Central time.
Central time, yeah. Okay. And so when somebody calls, we want them to get a person on the phone to talk to, because we all know we hate calling the bank and talking to whatever that computer guy's name is. So.
You mentioned changes. Do you want to be a little more specific as to some of the things you've got in mind at this point?
Sure. For the upcoming release of the site?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you can, maybe a little ideas to how long before that release happens. Are we looking at weeks, months? What are you estimating?
Sure. You're not going to nail me down on a date, but no, that's fine. We're looking at weeks. And there's lots of new features coming out with that, and we'll actually be posting a lot of them on our blog. But just to give you a little sneak peek, several changes to our city page, the list of sales.
Okay.
I think it's going to be, you guys are going to love it. It's going to lots of features that have been asked for. We've implemented some, like, seeing the time of the sale on that actual listing, knowing if it's the second day of the sale or the first day of the sale. Other features like going to the site and being able to geolocate with your phone. So, I want to know all the sales going around me right now. Click and you can see it. So and there's more than that.
There's a lot of huge improvements.
Yeah.
A lot of planning has gone into this, I guess.
That's true.
And a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Where do you see the company in the future? Where do you see EstateSalesNet?
Wow, that's a good question and a hard one. I would say that one of the things that we've worked on over the years is really trying to get quality sales and companies on the site. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that you'll find is when you come to our site and you're looking for an estate sale, you're not usually going to find a garage sale on the site. Sometimes they slip by, but we actively look for those kind of things to where, what the sales that are on the site should be true estate liquidations. Whether that's an estate sale, tag sale, auction, that kind of thing, it should be a liquidation. Somebody having a weekend garage sale should not be on the site. And so I guess in the coming years, we really want to get better at that, because there's definitely, it's a daily barrage of people, it's a great advertising platform. And so people know they can get a response from it. And so I'll put my garage sale on there. Well, we don't want that. But one of the things that we can do is maybe create another site similar to EstateSalesNet, for those types of sales that maybe shouldn't be on EstateSalesNet, but would have a good, some of our subscribers might be interested in those types of sales.
Okay.
So definitely that. I guess the other thing would be related to companies. We really, short term, it's great for us to have as many companies on the site as possible. And we certainly, like having customers.
Right.
But we want the right types of customers. We want customers that are going to take care of their clients and run quality sales. And so we're really trying to come up with ways to not only show potential clients, which, we're not going to tell anybody what company to choose, obviously. But we can help direct the good companies to put things on about themselves on the site. Hey, I've got a A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. Search for me on Google or Bing, and see the types of things my customers are saying about me. Those kind of things. So we want to really direct people to help them find the quality companies out there. So.
And one final question. I know where the future is going, but just so that our audience knows, how long has it been since you and your dad started putting all this together, so people have an idea as to what's gone into this?
Sure. So last year we celebrated 10 years as a company. So we started.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So we started this in, it actually started in 2001 with MemphisEstatesales.com. It was a local kind of company. And that was, my dad did all that, and then we kind of got together the next year. Bad Nate, no, I'm just kidding. We got together the next year, and since he was going to estate sales so often and knew all the companies and really was very into the estate sales scene, and I'm a programmer by trade, so
It was
I don't
a
know, is
natural
programmer
fit.
a trade? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yes.
Sure. And so we decided to take it nationwide in 2002. So, and it's been
And very successfully.
well, not overnight, but over time, yes. So and it's been a blessing.
And with quite a future ahead.
I hope so.
With quite a future ahead. This is Carol Madden with EstateSalesNews.com. It's been a pleasure to be here at the headquarters of EstateSales.net, along with Dan and Micky McQuade and the entire EstateSales.net family. They're a wonderful group. Thank you.
Thank you.